Come on. That we agree that we need to be self-sufficient from the point of view of the agricultural production. And we can only get this goal if we help each other, because we are small economies and we have, at the same time, we have a complementary economies. So I think that we have to share what we have. We have the soul, we have the expertise, so we can share. And at the end, we were talking with Mr. Nias, maybe we can get a joint venture, rice production here in Andros or anything else. Because the most important thing is that we have the will to cooperate and to help. And I think that we are the nearest neighbors in the Caribbean. We have everything, a long story, a long history of cooperation, of friendship. So we just have to do the first step. And after that, we will get everything that we can. Okay? So thank you very much. And I really hope to increase the cooperation.
I don't know, bro. You know, I have my own son. Andros is close to me, it's dear to my heart. And my roots are in Andros. I spent quite a few summers here as a boy growing up. I want to see Andros move. That's my goal. There has been a lot of talk over the years. For the last 15, 20 years, there's different talk. Let's get it started. That's my goal. So Andros is one of my first visits as executive chairman, and I plan to be down here on a regular basis. I believe that Andros needs to plant the first seed on the road to the farmers feeding itself. We cannot feed ourselves and not self-sufficient. We cannot feed ourselves a lot of hard currency that we desperately need to develop other things and leaving the country because we have to buy so much food. We have the arable land. We have Andros, probably the biggest source of fresh water in the Bahamas. As Nassau Beach now, Andros has been supplying us with water for many years. Alright? We need to get Andros on the move. It's the only way that the Bahamas can move to self-sufficiency. It's not a 5-year job. It's a job that we will probably see the fruits probably 15 years from now. But it's about re-engineering the thinking of our young people to know that farming is good, to know that it's not bad to dirty your hands, get your hands in the soil and grow your food. It's about re-engineering the thinking of our communities to know that farming and the farm lobby in other places like the United States and other countries is some of the most powerful lobbies in the world. Farmers are the most powerful people in many countries because they provide food for populations. If we go on this premise and we plant the seed will grow. You can't help but grow on others. You cannot help but grow on others. And therefore, my goal is to work with people like Mr. Andros, who has the experience and who's had the willpower for many years, but frustrated by politicians, to move farming forward in the Bahamas, to move agriculture forward in the Bahamas through Andros, to make Andros start to attain its potential. Because this place has some of the most potential in this Commonwealth. Okay? And I think that once we plant that seed, that it will grow. But it's about drumming home the message, not to the hard brains, but to the young minds that are still malleable, that we can still shape, that we can still form. That's what we need to target to make farming great in the Bahamas, to get on the road to feeding ourselves. We will not benefit from this now, but our children and their children will benefit for the future. We have to stop as a people thinking about ourselves for today. We need to think about our future and our children's future. Because we will not be judged by what we do in our generation, but what they do because we planted the seed for them to grow. So thank you, I'm happy to be in Andros, and let's put Andros to work. Good evening, Andros. You know, Andros is near and dear to me for a number of reasons. My roots are in Andros. My grandfather was a sponge fisherman who migrated from Kemps Bay to Mangrove, found my grandmother, never went back to Kemps Bay, lived in Mangrove, and then came to Nassau. But that's just the short end of it. But I have an affinity to Andros because my roots are in Andros. And I believe that Andros can be the red basket of this country.
That's it.
For too long, there's been talk about what Andros can do. That Andros is a sleeping guy. That its potential is limitless. That Andros is the next thing, the next big thing that's going to happen to us. It is time for us to make that reality. Time to talk is finished. It's time for us to put our shoulders in the wheel and bring Andros to reality. It is not a one-man job. I cannot do it by myself. It's a job that will require every person, especially those who live here on this beautiful island, to put their shoulders in the wheel and make it happen. Andros has the most arable land in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. It is probably the 5th largest island, not only in the Bahamas, but in the Caribbean. Andros, yes, the potential is there. But talking about it gets us nowhere. It starts with us planting a seed. Planting the seed of agriculture in the minds of our children, so that they will know that it is good to grow your food. It is good to dig into the soil. It's not, for too long we've listened to generations who have told our young people to shy away from going back into the land and producing their own food. Everyone wants to be a banker or a lawyer or a doctor, but more important than all of that is the ability to feed oneself. We've lost that ability not only in Andros but in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Our parents, and more so our grandparents, ate of this land. So the land is there, and we can do it here in Andros. We can do it all over the Bahamas, but particularly in Andros, because this is the largest land mass in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. But again, it takes planting the seed of agriculture in the mind of our children. It takes us going into our schools and running proper agricultural programs so that our children will teach their children. It's not about us anymore. It's about us planting that seed in our children's mind. We may not see the benefits of that in this generation, but generations to come will see the benefits of going after the soil and feeding ourselves. But it starts with planting that seed, planting that thought in the mind of our children. I went to that was the Central Andros High School today, and the seed has been planted in the Central Andros High School. I must commend the agricultural sciences teacher there. He's done has the only hydroponic operation in any school in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. So nowhere else are they growing crops hydroponically. They're doing it here in Andros. The seed has been planted. We need to grow on that. We need to move in that direction. We are here to listen to you. We are here to bring you the technical assistance. I welcome the ambassador for Cuba, who's here with us. Cuba, over the last 50 years, has learned how to feed itself. They have what we are saying that to start growing our own food. You know why? Because when you grow your own food, you know what you're taking on that ground. You eat healthy, you live longer. Look at our grandparents and their parents. They live longer because they dug into that soil and they ate what they planted. They didn't have the United States and those other countries to provide them with food. They did not have the money to buy food in the United States. But look how long they lived. Because they lived healthier than we do. They lived healthier. Why aren't we doing that same thing? The more food that we can grow for ourselves, the more currency, the more hard currency we keep in our economy. And it causes our economy to grow. The more we buy in the United States, the more money we spend.
Good morning, students. I will not keep you long. Listen, I will be very short. You are the future of not only Andros, but the Bahamas. Without you, there is no future in this country. Without you doing what you need to do now to prepare yourselves and build a foundation so that this country can stand on, the Bahamas will fail. We need you to get into your books and study hard. We need you to apply yourselves. We need you to look for the future. Look at the future. You are the future. We depend on you. We are proud of you. We want to make sure that you're successful. To do that, we need to put certain things in place. One, this island, which I have an affinity to because my roots are in Andros, in South Andros. This island should be feeding our country. This island has the potential to feed our country. There's been a lot of talk about it over the years, promises and in most cases failures. We want to make this a success. I cannot stand here and tell you that it will happen in 5 years or however long I'm at BAIC. But I intend to plant that seed so that this tree can grow. You have to start with a seed. Have to plant that seed in fertile soil. Your minds are the soils that I want to plant that seed into. Without you thinking about us feeding, Andros being the bread basket of the Bahamas, we will fail. I don't expect each and every one of you to get into farming or agriculture. But whatever you can do to advance your country, we need you to hop on board and start doing it. But it starts here in your classrooms, listening to your teachers, making sure that you are a good student, making sure that you're disciplined in what you do, making sure that what is taught to you, you can build on and move forward on. We want you to be successful. We want the Bahamas to be successful. We are here today, but it will be you tomorrow. You are the leaders of tomorrow. Don't let anyone dissuade you from that. You are the leaders of this country for the future. Take advantage of the time you have here. Be disciplined. Learn your lessons and move forward. We are here to make Andros better. We are here to plant that seed. We're here to ensure
yes, Uncle Lloyd. There ain't gonna be no dribbling on the perimeter this time. Oh no. Hey, you that.